Good morning and welcome to Haventree Parent Podcast, where we get a chance to talk about something that's important to us and to you before the kids wake up.
Today, we are going to be responding to 30 fights every couple has had.
These are already cracking me up. So, the first fight apparently is the many nuances of toothpaste usage.
Yeah.
But you were like me, you don't use any toothpaste and whatever. You're fine. So, just kidding. Fight again.
You better brush your teeth. No wonder your hygiene is so bad. Yeah, no. We always have
pull my mic up like you.
Yeah, I can't say that that's something that we've ever. I have an issue with the kids not like putting the lid back on, like there's like toothpaste in the sink.
I think it's because you have yours in your drawer and I have mine in my drawer, so
Yeah.
we don't have to worry about the other one. So there's I roll it from the bottom, you roll it from the top, all that sort of thing.
Yeah, no, I have like I use like sensitive toothpaste because my teeth are sensitive.
But she has like one cavity in 32 years or something.
Yeah,
so.
I had cavities. I had like 2 or 3 cavities when I was like, I think I was like a preteen, and I went through a phase where I chewed a lot of gum, and I had like 3 cavities, and then 2 of the 3 teeth that had cavities were baby teeth and fell out. So I have like 1 filling. That's the first and last time I ever had to have, honestly, like any sort of dental work in my life, other than cleaning.
I've had too much. I like sweets. So
Yeah.
Sorry. Half of these are filled at some point level or not.
Yeah, no.
The second fight topic is whether or not to read directions. I mean, is it IKEA? What is it?
We both kind of read the directions. Asking directions. Now that's different. Well, it's not even asking directions. So Josh had this thing about not turning around. So he would
I think a lot of people do. I'm not just
No, I have never heard of this.
No,
I think it's the
this
weirdest
is like
thing.
Everybody, nobody wants to turn around.
Josh would like, if we got lost, he would get off on an exit and he would like drive around blindly and try to find another exit to get back on the highway. Like he didn't want to like drive off the exit, turn around and get back on the highway going the other direction. He had to like drive through town and try to find the next exit back onto the highway. It is absurd. It is absurd. He doesn't do it anymore because I flipped out. Well, like, just turn around. You're driving around a town that you've never been to before. You have no idea where you are.
Find a new way.
And you're going to, like,
discovery.
just find another exit somewhere? Like, what is wrong with you?
And 75 is that way. We'll just get that way and we'll find it. So.
And I'm not exaggerating either, am I?
I don't remember the last time it happened because now I turn around. So
Yes.
the right way, I guess. But yeah.
But it has happened.
I know it was happening. I don't know how often it happened.
I don't know how he's still alive. He, should have gotten lost like an old person that needs their license taken away.
Goodness. This is going to cause fights. All right. The thermostat. I mean,
No.
I feel like we've come to an agreement as to like
It just is always
appropriate
cold.
level. So,
yeah. Ask friends, people that come to our house. It is cold.
Yeah.
Like we had the first year, I think, after Kenzie was diagnosed.
We had people from Michigan here, and they thought our house was cold. So.
Yeah. My cousin was like, "Your house is the coldest house I've ever been in." And like we had ladies come and like put our Christmas tree up after Kenzie was diagnosed. And my one friend, like, she brought like sweatpants and like extra socks. She's like, I just know their house is always freezing. Yeah, no, we like our house cold, summer and winter.
Checking phones at dinner. I mean, we have our phones. Katie will read a book sometimes. I might
sometimes I have
look at something as like far as like a funny video or whatever, but we try to avoid any of that with the kids.
Yeah,
so.
usually not at dinner. Like if we go out sometimes, I'll get annoyed about it. Like, excuse me, we are out on a date for one time in 3 months. Put your phone away.
One time in 2 years, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that I get, and he'll be like, I just got an email from my boss. Like it's always something.
I know, it's always like I needed to look at this one thing. So yeah, I know
no,
it's aggravating. I mean, it's fun when you're like sharing comparisons or like but it gets annoying when you're like, look at this meme, look at this meme, look at this meme. Okay, I've looked at 10. Now can we have a conversation? So.
If I go to the bathroom and he'll like pull up his phone and play a game, and then I come back from the bathroom and it's like it takes another 5 minutes before he's done with his turn or whatever.
I just got to do the daily quest. That's it.
Put it away.
15 minutes. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Leaving soaked sponges in the sink. I mean, I don't know. We have like a little basket for that. So,
I don't think we fight about that. You definitely will leave We don't use sponges either. I think
She
they're
wants
gross.
everything in the sink. I want everything on the counter. And
Yeah,
that's
like
our
dirty
biggest
dishes.
argument.
Yeah.
Well, ultimately, I want everything in the dishwasher.
Yeah,
but it's
dirty
not always
dishes.
cleared to put dirty dishes in
Yeah,
there.
Josh wants the sink empty all the time,
Yeah.
and all the dishes are like on the counter. I'm like, put them in the sink.
No.
Like, why are they spread? Now I have no counter.
Now I have no sink to wash dirty stuff in. So
You don't wash in the sink anyway. You put it in the dishwasher. So no, we don't fight about sponges. But sink
we've
usage.
sort of come to an agreement as to like what the method
We don't
of the
use
sink
sponges.
is, so.
We use washcloths. And Josh does leave more than one. Like he'll get out a washcloth, wash something, leave it in the sink, get out another washcloth, and leave it in the sink.
Maybe.
But we don't really fight about it. I just put them in the washing machine.
I don't know. It's a mess. Shoe storage. We've got that figured out. Well, it's mostly figured out. I think the kids are the ones that usually get in trouble for their
Yeah.
shoes being wherever. So
Yeah.
I moved all mine out into the garage. They were all in my room, but I think I put them all out in the garage because with the coronavirus, she was like, if you walk through somebody's spit at the gas station, be on your shoes and you walk across the carpet when you come in. So I'm like, fine, all my shoes are in the garage now. So
Yeah, Josh used to like walk around the house in shoes, and I was like, get your shoes off. It's gross. We have babies that crawl around on the floor. Like, yeah, I don't know. We have slippers now that we wear. He wears them.
My barn boots never came inside. So I mean, I always knew to keep those out of the house. But my dress shoes for work, like I used to just go walk upstairs and change into my other shoes and walk out. So
Yeah.
no.
But you would wear them around for like a while too.
I know. I would keep them
Like
on.
we're home. Like take your shoes off and relax, man. What are you doing?
I gotta be ready to run out of here.
Yeah, you gotta be ready for your next adventure.
Whatever kid starts a fire in the yard, I don't know. Adrian was making pyro antics. Television volume. I mean, I think it's mostly quiet unless it's a movie. Then we're like, okay, jacket it up. So
yeah, again, like that's something we get on the kids. We'll walk in and the TV is like all the way up.
yeah, they're just like 75. Like, why?
How is your brain even not exploded? I don't understand.
Yeah. The right way to react when you vent. We just talked about that in our whole little, fighting things.
Yeah. So actually, though, that is a good, like, there are times that I want you to just listen. There are times I want you to help solve a problem.
And I think we've gotten to a good point of like
Yeah.
asking that question. I'm like, is this something you want advice on or just want me to listen to?
Yeah.
I think you sometimes.
Yeah.
will
A lot
give
of
me
times
that
I'll
heads
say,
up.
like, I just need you to listen. I'm just annoyed right now. Or I say, like, I need your opinion on this. But that kind of like sets the picture of like, how am I supposed to be listening to this? Like, am I supposed to be listening to this and saying, like, you're so right, like your boss is a jerk? Or am I supposed to be listening and looking for potential solutions?
My boss is not a jerk. Thank you.
Yeah, you don't really complain about work. I don't
No, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, there's things that happen. I'm like, oh, this was frustrating today. We had to go back and rework this thing or whatever, which is, I think everybody has that sort of conversation. So, no, I mean, and I think my venting is like, okay, I'm frustrated. I'm going to go play some Halo after the kids are in bed. So,
yeah.
shoot some aliens.
Or like, I can't catch the raccoon that keeps killing our chickens. Like those are the kinds of things that Josh vents about usually. Like, this raccoon is my nemesis.
I caught 5 raccoons this year. I'm doing good.
So that Josh vents about farm stuff more. Or like the cow keeps breaking the fence.
That fence post again.
Yeah.
And she would like the gate to be fixed. So if
Like,
anybody else can help me fix the fence, call me.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of gates put up before winter.
Yeah, please send me some messages about some free time you might have. Next one is Netflix cheating, which I will say, we've come to a weird place in our life where now we don't watch anything anymore. So like she just YouTubes all day and catches whatever she wants on that. But like we haven't watched anything. We used to watch
Literally,
Flash, CW, all those other
since Ken's has been
good shows.
diagnosed.
Yeah, we haven't been able to. I think it's mostly because she gets too involved in the drama storyline. And so she's like, this couple has to stay together. If they're not, I'm just going to lose my mind. Blah,
I'm
blah,
just gonna
blah.
cry.
So yeah, there's like,
how could he say that?
We still enjoy movies and
Yeah.
like we'll still do a movie
we
or
watch
whatever. Or
movies.
like I'll watch some movie while she reads a book or whatever. But
Yeah,
we
and
don't
you've watched some
really-
TV shows by yourself. Like, what was the one?
Well, I was watching Vikings for a
Space-
while, and then what was that one?
Space Force? Is that what?
Oh yeah, the Space Force on Netflix. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good. And then
Yeah,
I like
Josh
watching
watched
kids
that.
with the shows or the shows for kids.
Yeah.
There's like the Dragon Prince or whatever that I like watching with the kids, which was another
Yeah.
thing. But
Yeah, we used to like watch a lot of TV shows in the evening.
and there was definitely cheating on that. I come home and she's like, I already read what's happening in Flash. I already read what's happening in
yeah,
Once.
so I
And
didn't usually watch them without him, but I would like read
this is what happens. That's what ended watching Supergirl was she read ahead and was like, oh, we're not watching this anymore.
Yeah, it was like Hulu and Netflix, and so like if I was really dying to know, I would just like
just wait
Google,
for the show.
Like the episode,
let me experience it, watching it.
Episode synopsis for Supergirl season whatever, episode whatever.
Can't believe you.
Like I was dying to know. Yeah, so I wouldn't watch them, but I would definitely read the summary, and I was like. Once I can't remember his name anymore. The guy went back.
Monel.
Yeah,
I remember his name because I still want to watch the show. Yeah.
I was like, I can't handle this anymore. I just can't. I can't do it. It's just wrong. It made me very upset.
Well, apparently their last season was this last year or whatever. So
well, good.
They're done forever now anyway. So. Public walking speed. I mean, that's not really a thing here. We walk around our house and that's about it. So.
Yeah, I don't know. We both have long legs. It's not been an issue for us.
Yeah, exactly. Rage? No. Rags versus paper towels. Sorry, I should learn how to read first.
Oh. Okay, so it's not well.
We can move on because this is already gonna be a fight right now. So
there's two weird things with this. One is Josh will use a hand towel as a washcloth. So he'll like take my hand towel that I used to dry my hands and like get the corner of it wet to like wipe down the counter or like wipe out a glass and I'm like, we have washcloths for that. Like why would you make my hand towel? Like, do you wet the corner of your bath towel and use it as a washcloth to scrub your butt? Oh, like I do not action like
fight
that
right now. This is how it goes.
But your mom does it too. I've seen your mom do it at our house before. I'm like,
it's a tool. It's a tool
for drying. The other aspect,
as you needed, used it.
The other aspect of this that is weird is Josh calls all things like a rag, or what do you call it? A towel?
Paper towel. Or I don't know.
What do you call it? A wipe. You call it a wipe. He calls all these things wipes. So Clorox wipes are wipes. Washcloths for like washing dishes are wipes. Paper towels are wipes. Tissues are wipes. Hand towels are wipes. Yeah. So he'll say like,
get a wipe. You're gonna wipe something with all of those,
right? So I say to the kids, go get a wipe to wipe down the table.
And they bring back anything.
And they bring back a tissue. They bring me a bath towel. Yeah. They bring me a sheet. Like anything.
I used tissues earlier to clean up a spill. It was perfect for wiping the spill up. See how that works?
Like,
moving on before this gets any further.
This is a wipe.
Okay.
This is a washcloth.
We'll talk about this later.
Yeah, it is a constant disagreement.
Number 12. The better college team and who's the bigger fan? I mean,
we're not really sports people.
Yeah.
By default, we are Michigan fans because my family is Michigan fans because we're from Michigan, which ironically now we live in Ohio. And so like
now she just enjoys it.
Yeah, the Michigan OSU debate, which Michigan hasn't done well like since we've been in Ohio. So like, let's get real about it. But still, like if I had to, literally, like I am not sports interested at all. I'm just anti OSU. Like I don't care who beats OSU, but if you beat OSU, like good for you.
That's because that was your rivalry from your parents growing up.
Right.
So yeah, it was just
so it's not really like we do have some U of M stuff around that like people have given us. Like grandparents and I had coats growing up that were whatever hand me down U of M stuff. So, but yeah, we're not really big. And Josh doesn't fight me. Josh, you've lived in Ohio your whole life and you really could care less. So he, lets me be anti-OSU and just laughs at me because we have a brother-in-law that's very...
Yeah, well, I mean, I've never followed any teams. I tried to do like the trendy thing, like, oh, everybody's interested in Steelers. Oh, okay, I'll get a Steelers jacket. So I think I had a Steelers jacket for a year and then that was about it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That was about it. Number 13, leftovers. I mean...
We don't really fight about leftovers.
We don't like them. I don't think anybody likes leftovers. I mean, it depends on what it is, I guess.
Yeah. Sometimes there's like the food jealousy though.
Yeah.
Like, man, he got the good, like if it's leftover day, it's like, who's going to get this leftover and who's going to get that leftover?
Yeah, that's the hard part. And I try to like let the kids pick. I'm like, you guys pick first. Don't touch these 3 because me and mom are going to fight for those. So, there's always something interesting going on with leftovers. Leaving clutter, especially socks, all over the house. I don't know. I might wear socks a little too much or often, and then I just might not need them anymore. And instead of taking them upstairs, they'll just put them wherever I'm sitting or walking past at the time.
That's definitely
and therefore,
we
socks
definitely
are
have.
everywhere. So
We definitely have that conversation a lot. Or like he'll leave, like he brings the garbage, takes it out to the road, brings it back in, and he'll leave the garbage cans like 3 feet from where they belong.
I don't know why I do it either.
I'm like, why? You were so close. Like, why did you stop like 3 feet before?
Somebody was screaming.
And then I don't see it until it's like half full of garbage. And then I'm trying to like get this half full of garbage can back up on the, that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah.
Leaving clutter around. Number 15, posting less than perfect photos. I don't think either of us get upset about that. I know we'll try to be cautious of like, I don't know.
Josh knows that there are
photos,
like
so.
certain things I don't like. So like he knows, like he understands now what kind of picture I'm going to say like, ew, I don't look good in that one.
Yeah.
And so he just doesn't, you don't post pictures of us a lot. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Where to spend the holidays? I mean, I think
We've not had fights about that either.
Just had to like figure out time management as far as like where do we
Yeah.
go?
How do we do it fairly?
I like going places, and you like planning to go places, so it sort of works out. So, leaving hairs in the sink or shower. I mean, I think at this point, having 3 daughters / 4 daughters coming, it's just a known thing. There's gonna be hair all over the bathrooms or whatever. Anyway, I think somebody in my dad's and daughters groups yesterday, he posted a picture of his vacuum where he's like cutting all the hair out of the little roller, and it's like, when you have daughters,
Yeah, and that is like those are
everywhere.
Josh's jobs: cutting hair out of the vacuum, pulling hair out of the drain.
Yeah.
Those have always been Josh's jobs, which is not fair because Josh keeps his hair very short. I don't know.
Yeah.
I try not to like leave, like the girls will just take hair out of their brush and just like leave it on the counter. And I'm like, you get this from your father. You leave it 2 feet from where it's supposed to be, which is in the garbage can.
Then I get a phone call, your daughter. All right. 18, eating ice cream in a bowl versus the container. I mean, I think we usually use a bowl always.
Yeah,
the container
we
just
both
gets
are,
soft
like,
and soggy.
sticky.
Like, why would you hold the bowl? Or I mean, the container. That's
That's
disgusting.
gross.
Yeah, if you're doing that, stop it.
I agree. It's a little aggressive.
I'm sorry. Time spent on the golf course, number 19.
Nope.
None, which I mean,
Time
I have
spent
my
on
golf.
Xbox or on phone games.
That's not it. That's
Or
not this
reading.
one.
Yeah,
That might
for
not
me.
be one. That might not be one.
Yeah, reading for me.
Falling asleep on the couch. I mean, I
We've
think
done
you've done
that.
it like 3 times, and
I've gotten mad at Josh a couple of times because he'll leave me asleep on the couch. And it's always like when I'm
She
pregnant.
looks so peaceful.
Yeah. It's always when I'm pregnant. So then I wake up and I can't walk. And I'm like, please, if I fall asleep, wake me up. Please don't leave me.
I couldn't feel my arm for 3 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Answering emails late at night. I don't think
we
either
don't
of
do
us.
that.
Yeah, we're like, work is over at 5, or at least if you're
Yeah.
not done with it, you should be. So.
And we both also are kind of like, if you have an urgent email that you need to respond to, do
Right.
so.
Yeah, there's
Like,
been
I
times
don't-
where like after she's gone to sleep, I'll work on something or whatever.
Yeah.
But usually it's like I'll get this done so that way I don't have to do it tomorrow. So.
Right.
But wait, it's not an argument; it's an agreement.
Yeah.
So, one person's alarm while the other is sleeping.
That's not exactly our fight. Our fight is Josh hits the snooze button like 12 times.
I just like snoozing.
And then
so.
and then he misses the alarm. And then I wake up like in a panic, like, what time is it? Please, you know.
You should let 30 minutes go. Yeah.
Yeah, that stresses me out. So
Yeah.
we do fight. We do disagree about that.
I don't
but
like that either. So.
I sleep like the dead though.
I
so,
tell myself I'm gonna get up. I don't know why. It just I can always
there are times where
snooze
like
through it.
we'll go through phases where like he's been late for 4 days, and so then when the alarm goes off the first time, I'll like smack him, like, get out of bed, don't hit the snooze button.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, I don't know. We don't really fight about like the alarm.
Well, and
itself.
it's always annoying because it's like I don't like being late to stuff either. So I mean, and making up that time, it just takes my time away from the family.
Yeah.
So it's like I see why it's annoying and why
Yeah.
it's bad because it's like I don't want to lose time with you
everybody
guys.
else, yeah.
So I do want to get up and get out of here so that way I don't have to spend an extra hour at work when you guys are all awake and waiting for me to come home, and then everybody has to go to bed at 8:00, 2 hours after I get home or something.
Right.
So it's like I don't like losing that time, and so I understand why it's important and why it's frustrating to snooze past your time. But I think we got that figured out now.
Yeah.
Water glass ghosts, like just cups everywhere. I mean, I feel like you probably have the most cups floating around the house than I do. Yeah. Yeah. A water bottle right there.
I was literally going to say the opposite.
No, I don't ever take cups anywhere.
So I have my water bottle that I use. And then sometimes like I'll have like my coffee cup or like my, tea.
I like how shocked your face was. That was great. Accused.
Josh doesn't really have a water bottle. And so like he'll like, and he's also, okay, so
I'll try to keep one glass like that I know I've used
when
like
I'm
next to the coffee pot or something. I'm like, that's my cup. I'm just using
when
that
I'm
for the
pregnant,
day.
I like crave pop. Like I don't drink a lot of caffeine, so like I don't typically drink a lot of pop. I drink a lot of coffee and energy drinks. So then when I'm pregnant and I can't have a lot of coffee and I can't have energy drinks at all, then I kind of transition to pop. So we have like cans of pop a lot. And Josh will leave empty cans of pop everywhere.
That's not me. I give the end of it, the last sip to the kids. And they're supposed to throw it away when they're done with it. It's my tactic.
And then the same with like, I'll wake up in the morning and there'll be like 4 cups in our room.
That's happened recently. That's not happening anymore.
Why are there, like, how did you use 4 cups last night after we went to bed? Like, I don't understand. Every day.
I don't know how that happens. It's not.
I have my water bottle. That's what I drink out of.
I think I stopped doing that though, because I don't feel like I've done that for a while.
I feel very accused and misunderstood that you would say that I am the one that's worse about this.
I think it's because you're working in our room right now, and so when I go up there, there's like your pink cup, that water bottle, and
or like a bowl for my lunch that I was eating while I was working.
So I think it's because you're working in our room right now. That I'm observing it, and I'm just making sure I'm keeping mine in the kitchen. So I feel like I've stopped the ghost glass. Even though I know I have one right now, probably. So.
I know he's like thinking through all of the places around the house where there are cups.
Number 24, leaving pee in the toilet. I mean, I think we both are pretty good about that. Yeah, not doing that.
The kids are terrible.
Yeah,
I like walk in, there's like poop in the toilet. Like, who did not flush?
I mean, I think
who is the rogue pooper?
Kids, right? So yeah. I'm at the point we already installed like the edible like little bidet things.
Yeah.
And I'm already ready to do like the little auto flushing things too. So like whatever little things to make that go away. The rogue pooper.
Like I will walk past the bathroom like it smells like poop. Inevitably, go in there, poop like a giant log in the toilet.
But that's not either of us.
No.
There was times when I wouldn't flush at night. For whatever reason,
like when the baby sleeps in the room with us, sometimes we don't flush at night and we wait and flush it in the morning.
Yeah.
So that's a little different. That's not like just peeing.
I think we stopped doing that though because it was.
Yeah, it's gross. It is gross.
So it was just like.
Well, there's no baby in the room right now.
I don't want to wake anybody up.
Yeah.
If you have a loud toilet. Leaving wet towels on the bed. I mean, we don't want to do that either. So. Yeah.
No, and Josh is very weird about like the bed, weird about his pillow.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I like to tease him about it, but I would never actually disrespect.
She likes to take my pillow.
That is
3 days out of 7. So
the problem is Josh's pillow. Sometimes if I have trouble falling asleep, I'll swap pillows. And Josh's pillow, I fall asleep instantly. I think it's because it smells like you, and because you're working nights.
I'll take that. That's credit.
Yeah, because you're working nights, you're never or almost never like in bed when I go to sleep.
Yeah.
So, but then the problem is I don't really like using Josh's pillow because then I don't sleep through the night. Like I wake up several times. So if I'm having trouble falling asleep, I'll take his pillow. But I was like, I wish there's a way that like when you come to bed, you could switch back, it back without waking me up.
Right.
It doesn't work, but yeah.
It's funny because we went to pick our pillow. Like, I don't know, we were in a pillow store or something, and like we picked him out, and she's like, I'm gonna get this like rock solid thing, and I was like, I'm gonna get this one that's like medium comfortable or whatever you call it. So I don't know if you've gone to pick your own pillow, if you've ever done that sort of thing, but
yeah.
If you've ever been pillow shopping, I don't know, it's worth it, but make sure you pick the right one. You don't steal your partner's pillow.
What?
I told her, I was like, I don't think you want that one. She's like,
I do. I love that one.
This hard rock.
Sleep really well.
Like, it is like so firm. You can't even squish it. The right way to drive. I mean, I don't know. I think we both feel like we're safe.
Yeah, I feel like so. Josh doesn't. I grew up like in a family where we didn't always have reliable cars. So there are times where like when Josh drives, I wish he would be a little less aggressive or like a little less trusting of the brakes or like just different things like that where I'm a little more cautious. In general, though, that's not really like I trust your driving, you know. When we first got married, we disagreed a lot because you would never wear a seatbelt.
I mean, yeah,
It's very.
Don't tell them. Now they're gonna try to hunt me down.
He wears a seatbelt all the time now.
Yeah, exactly. Now my kids call me out if I don't. So
yeah.
Seatbelts, everybody. Leaving closet and cabinet doors wide open. Ours is a sliding door, so it's just open. I don't know. Unless the babies are in there, like close it. So.
Yeah. We don't. Hallway doors. I'll be like, why did you walk by the door and not shut it?
Yeah, but not
cabinet doors.
There's only really 3 closets in the entire house anyway.
It's not closets. It's just like the actual bedroom doors upstairs. I want those all closed.
Yeah. And usually I'm fine with that until summer.
Yeah, like sometimes the AC will like.
Because all the AC blows into
the bedrooms.
And then but the monitor that registers the AC is in the hallway. So like the hallway doesn't get registered.
Yeah, and the bedrooms are freezing.
Yeah, I mean, which is great, and that's what we like here. But it annoys me because I'm like, the AC needs a break. It doesn't need to run continuously.
Yeah.
The correct way to load the dishwasher. I mean, I think we don't
really have any fights about
that. It's usually not loaded until I load it. So
that is sometimes true.
So it's all in the sink, and I just load the dishwasher to get it out of the sink, and then I can use the sink the way I want to use the sink. And it's clean for 2 minutes before somebody throws another dish in there. What time to go to bed? I mean, like she said, we're on a weird schedule right now.
I'm like an old lady. Like about 8 o'clock, I'm ready for bed. Good night. I will see you tomorrow. You do whatever you want to do. But like, I'm ready for bed now. We don't fight about that though. Like there've been a couple times where I'm like, will you please come to bed?
Yeah. And I'll like, I don't know.
You'll like come to bed until I go to sleep, and then you'll get back up and play Xbox.
It's true. I'll lay there. I'm like, are you asleep yet? Okay, no answer. I'm out here.
Yeah. But I don't. I don't usually care.
Yeah, and usually there's a kid that cries or needs help, and I like being awake. I like being the last one awake, so I know that everybody's in bed. Like yesterday, you called me freaking out because I left to go into work late, and she was like, "Jamie's not in her room." And,
so Jamie decided to just go downstairs in the dark and sit on the couch because her tablet ran out of charge. They get like one night a week that they get to take their tablets to bed and watch shows, and Jamie's didn't live as long, or so I don't know what happened.
She never plugged it in that morning,
so she just decided to sit downstairs in the dark and like charge her tablet. And so then Adri came in like literally in hysterics, like, Jamie's missing. And I'm like, the whole house is dark, like everybody's been in bed for 45 minutes. And like, it was weird. I don't know.
The number of lights that should be on at night. I mean, I think usually they're all off, except for like the exterior lights. And I try to make sure they're all out. Yeah. I don't like lights being on.
Josh goes through and like locks all the doors, turns all the lights off.
I'm like, why is the dining room light on? Nobody's in there. Let's go. I mean, I turn the lights off during the daytime too. They're always like, why are there no lights on?
It's so dark in here.
There's sunlight outside right now, people. Come on. Use the sunlight. Whether food scraps should go to the garbage disposal or the trash. I mean, that's why we have pigs and chickens and dogs. So
I don't know.
All of those food scraps go out to the animals. So
yeah.
If you have animals, they get the scraps, unless it's something you don't want to give them, like bones.
Yeah, like dogs. Be safe with what you give your dogs. Yeah. But like pigs and chickens, pretty much whatever.
Yeah, we usually try to put all the scraps in
We have a pig bucket.
The pig/chicken dog bucket. Yeah.
Yeah.
Toilet paper dispensed from the top or bottom. We have ours on these little hooks.
I don't even pay I don't know. I don't really care. It's not ever something that I've been.
I mean, we don't have the little bar that like locks them in place, so like you can just slide it off. So usually I just pull it off of there and I just use what I need and then put it back on the little hook.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never really cared about that.
Yeah, and luckily I think Obi's sort of interested in playing with it right now.
Yeah.
But most of the kids don't unravel them, and the cats haven't really done mess with them. So, but that was the last one.
Whoa.
All right. So make sure you like, subscribe.
Well, wait. Hey.
Well, they can like and subscribe right now anyway. So
I guess, yeah, if you want to like and subscribe right now, go for it. I want to know how many of these things you guys have fun about. I want to know if you agree with some of our, just because we've added kind of some extras. Like we don't argue about this, but we do that. I want to know what weird things you argue about. Do you agree with things on the list? Do you think some of them are weird? Some of the things that we disagree about, like the towel thing, I want to know how many of you think that Josh is absolutely ridiculous. Please comment and tell us. It is obscene and should be considered a crime to wet your hand towel to wipe something and wash it. Please be on my... No, I'm just kidding. Please be on my side. No.
Code word wipe is everything.
I would love to hear your opinion, though. Please tell Josh that he's ridiculous in that one thing in particular. Otherwise, what other disagreements you guys have? I would love to hear, because obviously it's great to just laugh about those silly things.
Yeah, obviously. Hopefully you had fun listening to this. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, share it with your friends so they can laugh at us too. And we'll see you on the next adventure.
Bye.